Live breaking news, everybody. Remember the rogue Dem judge from Milwaukee who actually helped an illegal criminal while they were in court, when the family was there ready for justice? Both counsel, prosecution, and defense counsel were both ready to proceed. Everything was ready to go forward with this illegal criminal migrant being deported, and this rogue, insane, take the law into her own hands, Democrat judge Hannah Dugan escorted him outside the courtroom, shielding him away from ICE agents. We now have video proof. I'm going to tell you the entire story, and then I'm going to give you the video proof. It's just unbelievable to me that these Democrat rogue judges think that nobody is above the law. Just like the representatives who raided the storm, the ICE facility, just like all of these judges who are trying to stop the deportation of criminal illegals, trying to stop President Trump from carrying out the will of the people. Enough is enough. And now this one right here is headed towards the slammer, almost guaranteed. Knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to tell you the full story, and then I'm going to share the video for you. Check this out. So, Eduardo Flores Ruiz appeared in court on April 18th, facing battery and domestic abuse charges related to a dispute with his roommates. That was according to the criminal complaint. That incident then brought him to the attention of federal authorities, who then subsequently discovered he was in the country without legal documentation. Does this sound new to anybody? It doesn't sound new to me. Biden and Kamala, remember, Kamala Harris was supposed to be the border czar. I mean, the absolute tragic clown posse irony of that. She was supposed to be border czar, and we had the worst border crisis in the history of our great republic. And you know who they is, the propagandist media and all the radical, extreme, anti-American Dems wanted to convince us that she was fit for president. Can you believe this garbage? Flores Ruiz was taken into custody by federal agents shortly after exiting the courtroom. Prosecutors allege that Dugan aided his attempt to evade arrest by helping him leave the courthouse through a restricted exit normally reserved for jurors and by distracting the agents. Can you believe this nut job? The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office has released footage in response to the public records request that shows Judge Dugan speaking with federal agents outside her courtroom. Federal prosecutors argue that Dugan's actions were intended to divert the agent's attention during the attempted arrest of Flores Ruiz. They also claim she directed the agents to speak with the chief judge moments after the agents depart. And this is what the surveillance footage shows. Flores Ruiz, accompanied by his attorney, exiting Dugan's courtroom through a restricted access jury door, bypassing the public area where agents were waiting to aid him in escaping arrest. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? If any of you live anywhere near, this Milwaukee County, anybody know who the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office or the Milwaukee County Commissioner, or you live in Wisconsin, I want you to please write to your representatives immediately and complain about this, because this is so criminal. It goes beyond the scope of anything we've ever seen. It is literally unprecedented. The additional footage shows Flores Ruiz entering an elevator and exiting the courthouse, followed by a federal agent. Outside, the surveillance video captures him running before agents ultimately apprehend him on 10th Street. Federal agents arrested Dugan at the courthouse 1 week later and charged her with concealing an individual to prevent arrest and obstructing justice. Now, here's the breakdown, and we're going to see the video in just a second. She was indicted on May 13th after a federal grand jury determined there was probable cause to proceed with the case. You're damn skippy there is. Her attorneys then filed a motion to dismiss the charges, arguing she is protected by judicial immunity for actions taken in her official capacity. Can you believe this? Her attorneys actually wanted to file a motion saying, well, wait a minute, she's a judge. And she was acting in a quote unquote official capacity to help a criminal illegal migrant escape ICE agents. That's no one's above the law. What happened to no one's above the law? Letitia Big Shame James, Fannie Cash Money G, Ghetto Crockett, all of these people can get away with murder. They're getting away with it every day. Her attorneys actually have the balls to say, no, 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 she has judicial immunity. Can you believe this crap? Dugan pleaded not guilty to the charges on May 15th. Now, she is scheduled for a court pretrial hearing on July 9th. And then the jury trial is set for July 21st, according to court records. And you know your boy Nez will keep you posted on everything. As far as the criminal illegal alien, Flores is also facing federal charges for allegedly re-entering the United States illegally after being deported in 2013. He pleaded not guilty to those charges. Now, he is scheduled to appear in a federal court on June 24th for a final pretrial conference, according to court records. A separate status conference related to his battery and domestic abuse. You see who the Dems fight for? They fight for the cancer of our society. Just imagine, my fellow Americans, my fellow global citizens, going to a doctor and him saying, we're going to do everything we can to protect the cancer cells. What we're going to actually do is attack or neglect your healthy cells. We're going to do everything we can to make sure your cancer cells are healthy where they belong and nobody touches them. That's exactly what's happening here. It's so absolutely nuts. So he's set for June 18th for a separate status. Last month, following Dugan's arrest, the Wisconsin Supreme Court issued an administrative order directing her to be, quote unquote, temporarily relieved of her official duties. The order says that Dugan, whatever the hell her name is, quote, temporarily prohibited from exercising the powers of a circuit court judge in the state of Wisconsin. Hallelujah. The state Supreme Court, at least there's somebody with sense over there, said that the ruling would be enforced, quote, until further order of the court. Now, here's what Pam Bondi said. U.S. Attorney General A.G. Pam Bondi said, quote, we could not believe that a judge really did that. She said, you cannot obstruct a criminal case, and really shame on her. It was a domestic violence case of all cases, and she's protecting a criminal defendant over victims of crime. Then arrest her for crying out loud, Pam. We need arrests. If you're like me watching this video right now, let me know in the comments. Are you as frustrated as I am at the minimal lack thereof of arrests of not only criminal rogue judges, but criminal representatives and basically the entire Dem caucus fighting for cancer, who are beating up cops, attacking ICE detention facilities, shoving, punching, calling for violence, fomenting inflammatory comments and vitriol and physical attacks everywhere they go. Why are there no arrests being made? Where are the Epstein files? What is happening here? If you're frustrated as I am, let me know in the comments down below. It was a domestic violence case of all cases, Pam Bondi continues, and she's protecting a criminal defendant over victims of crime. I already said that. Bondi said Flores Ruiz beat up two people, quote, a guy and a girl. She says he beat the guy, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly, they both had to go to the hospital. This is who the Dems want to protect. This is what they're expending all their energy for. This is what they're fighting tooth, fang, claw, and nail for. Not for law-abiding, tax-paying Americans. We, the people who Nixon called the silent majority, we're not being silent anymore, who are literally just doing everything they can, taking care of their families, again, following the law, respecting the Constitution, respecting law enforcement. We don't get anything. North Carolinians, Floridians, Los Angeles, the Palisades, all the natural disaster victims from hurricanes and fires last year that we all experienced, and this year, did we get any visits from Van Hollow? Did we get any visits from linebacker McIver? Did we get any visits from Ghetto Crockett? Did we get any visits from Schumer, Pelosi, anybody? Did we get anybody to come to our aid? This feckless, spineless, ballsless, dickless Chris Murphy, pardon my language. I know he just gets me so upset. God, he gets me so upset. Did they visit any American citizens struggling every single day to pay their bills, facing natural disasters, facing inflation, facing injurious mortal harm in some cases from the illegal criminal gangsters that they let into our country? Did they visit their doorsteps, their homes, show their solidarity? No, no. But when it comes to their voter base, when it comes to these illegal criminals, gangsters, rapists, murderers, illegal aliens, oh, they are going to go all the way to the ends of the earth to fight for them. This is who the Democrat Party is. Here is the video that shows exactly what this rogue judge was doing. We're going to watch that video right after this. This is literally the coolest thing that I have ever come across. You guys know I don't do a lot of sponsors on this show, and for good reason, because I only want to share things that I believe in, that I myself use, and I'm just so elated to share this with you guys. The people over at Hungry Minds have decided to partner with us, and I could not be any happier. This is one of the most incredible books. It's called The Book, The Ultimate Guide to Rebuilding Civilization. Every single page in this book was handcrafted by exemplary artists. You could literally learn how to rebuild your car, your home, survival techniques. It is the ultimate book, ultimate conversation starter, coffee table. It enlivens your home, enlivens conversations. It makes an amazing gift. Over 400,000 copies sold worldwide. For 180 topics, over 50 artists and professionals involved. I mean, this is the exemplification of quality. And right now, Hungry Minds is offering us a 10% discount. All you got to do is use the promo code ProfessorNez10. It's for limited time only. So I'm telling you right now, this is a great gift too. Brighten up your home, brighten up your conversations, and finally do something memorable for yourself and others. Get this right now. Link in the pinned comment and in the description down below. And now, the video.
He meets his attorney in the hallway and walks towards Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan's courtroom. Along the way, he passes plainclothes federal agents who are sitting on a bench. They are there to detain him. After Flores Ruiz walks by, the agents turn to each other and appear to confirm his identity amongst themselves. But a few moments later, Judge Dugan and another judge approach the agents sitting on the bench. A criminal complaint against Dugan later said she was alerted to their presence by a court official. That complaint says during this interaction, Dugan and the agents disagreed over the type of warrant they had to arrest Flores Ruiz. According to the complaint, Dugan ordered the agents to go to the chief judge's office. Video shows her pointing them through a double door. She then turns back to speak with other agents further down the hall and orders them through the doors as well. Shortly after that, with the agents gone from the hallway, Eduardo Flores Ruiz and his attorney exit into the hallway through a different door. As they walk down the hall toward the elevators, they pass another plainclothes federal agent. Neither they nor Judge Dugan seem to have noticed at the time. That agent motions to another to follow Flores Ruiz. Security video shows Flores Ruiz exiting through a basement exit. Upstairs on the 6th floor, the other agents have left the chief judge's office and worked their way downstairs. Flores Ruiz left the building onto 9th Street. Videos of the street shows the agents catching up to him. Flores Ruiz runs across 10th Street while trying to get away, but the agents catch him and arrest him.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this video. Let me know in the comments down below, but my goodness gracious. Pam, Cash, Dan, she needs to be behind bars. That woman should never, ever be allowed into a court of law for the rest of her days. She needs life. That is an act of sedition. That is treason. There's no other way to look at this. There's no semantics, rhetoric, or legalese that you can navigate around her actions. That is the most egregious. An officer of the court of the United States of America, a judge no less, diverting ICE agents. It's clear as crystal in that video. And by the way, all the arguments, I'm not saying that there are any, but if there is any argument, no, his attorney was just leading him outside. Why did he use a secret, non-accessible jury basement access door? And why did he run? Why did he run across 10th Street? As the video clearly shows. This video footage needs to be shown at Judge Hannah Dugan's trial. And if there is any justice in America, that woman, at the very least, should be disbarred, but she should face criminal charges to the fullest extent of the law. She belongs in handcuffs. She belongs in prison. She definitely deserves disbarment, and she should be put away for a very, very long time. Let me know what you guys think. I can't wait to hear from you. I see you eyeing this amazing hat. If you want to get your very own made in the USA Nez Nation Patriot Design merch, our link to our shop is in the pinned comment, as well as the book. Go get the book. It is, I promise you, it's amazing. That's in the pinned comment and description as well. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.